I'm Kendall Hibden, and this is Tough Jobs. Imagine an unhealthy septic system. Now imagine the people that inspect those systems. Our on-site sewage facilities team does just that. And with over 20,000 systems up and down the Highland Lakes, the final paperwork is the easy part of the job.
You want to look at the toilets real quick before we get all muddy?
That's not something you expect to hear first thing in the morning, unless you're part of the OSSF, otherwise known as the On-Site Sewage Facilities Team.
And then those right there represent the purple lines out.
That's where James
And then this is the sewer line coming out of the house.
and Kay come into the picture.
Sometimes the sludge is so thick in these tanks that you can almost walk across them.
The sludge. These two slingers of sludge spend their time making sure everything is flowing properly. What are we doing out here, James?
Today we're checking out the drain field. I came out and checked their tank out. All the wastewater from the house will come through the tank and be treated, and then a pump will send it through these tubes.
Day in and day out, water quality inspectors meet with homeowners, contractors, and businesses to make sure their septic systems are compliant with regulations set forth by the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality.
We're going to get a dipstick, or sludge judge is what they're called.
Sludge Judge? Introducing the Sludge Judge 3000.
And it's going to go inside both sides of the tank, and we're going to check for the amount of materials that have accumulated.
It's time to get down to business.
Yeah, just lower it down into it till you hit the bottom. Then you put your lips over the other end and just suck it up.
Well, that didn't take long.
You can see how clear it is. They just had it cleaned out, so this is really still just mostly fresh water.
We are still talking about a septic tank, so clean is debatable. LCRA regulates the installation and operation of all septic systems within 2,200 feet of the Upper Highland Lakes, 2,000 feet of Lake Travis, and has interlocal agreements with 6 municipalities along the Highland Lakes.
Hey, Bob.
Every good relationship starts with a handshake before the inspection begins.
How are you?
And we'll explain that more later.
Bob, would you like to splash the outlet to make sure that it's sealed properly, please, sir?
Bob's not worried. This new clean tank was installed today. And now, life tips from James and Kay. Life tip number 1, know when to shake hands. It's not often you see a guy stick his hand down in a septic tank and pull it out.
And that's why I shake his hand before the inspection and not after.
Life tip number 2, be prepared.
So it's a septic inspector's best friend, rubber gloves and some disinfectant.
Life tip number 3, work smarter, not harder.
Kendall, the most important thing now after the inspection is to write up the paperwork, but you walk up into the shade.
Life tip number 4, practice clean hygiene.
Don't chew your fingernails.
Don't chew your fingernails. And life tip number 5, be kind.
So you need to kind of have a good bedside manner,
Right.
or tank side manner.
It's these life tips that make James and Kay good at what they do. And what they do is provide solid, quality customer service.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll see you later.
She's a good inspector. She makes sure we keep things right.
Thank you, Bob.
As far as an inspector, she's very thorough. So we can, and she treats everybody the same.
Whether they're stirring the soup, checking the pipes, or listening to the customer's needs, these inspectors are committed to limiting the pollution and protecting the health of the Highland Lakes for all to enjoy. And that's what I call a tough job.
Just a little scratch and sniff.
Need to remember to clean off my boots when we're done. Do you play poker?
Very rarely, but on occasion.
Well, so you know a flush is better than a full house.
Oh.
Just one?
For now.
Okay, what do you think about Kendall's skills so far?
I think he could cross-train and become a septic inspector and really aspire to great things in life,
There you go.